intrapleural pressure? 756 millimeters of what? Mercury. What is the value for atmospheric pressure? 760. And we said mathematically intrapleural pressure is equal to what? Okay. So 756 millimeters of mercury minus 760 millimeters of mercury. What? Minus 4. Good. So in the respiratory tract, the intrapleural pressure is minus 4 millimeters of mercury. Minus 4 millimeters of what? Mercury. We use 756 and 760. Let's use their values in the respiratory tract. Minus 4 millimeters of mercury. Minus 0 millimeters of mercury. Look, in the respiratory tract, the value for the atmospheric pressure is what? 0, right? And the value for intrapleural pressure is what? Mathematically, intrapleural pressure is what? Good. Difference between intrapleural pressure and atmospheric pressure. So we are using the values in the respiratory tract. So minus 4 millimeters of mercury minus 0 millimeters of mercury. What would it give you? What would it give you? What would it give you? Minus 4. It will give you minus 4. And that shows you that we are correct. Because in the respiratory tract, intrapleural pressure is equal to minus 4 millimeters of mercury. I learned this thing in my primary school. I don't know why you are finding it so hard. Is it difficult? Is it difficult? The answer is no. It's not difficult. All right? So, we proceed. The next pressure we want to look at is the transpulmonary pressure. I hope I mentioned transpulmonary pressure. Okay. Transpulmonary pressure refers to the pressure difference of intrapulmonary pressure and intrapleural pressure. Transpulmonary pressure is the pressure difference of intrapulmonary pressure and intrapleural pressure. So, when we are talking about transpulmonary pressure, we are looking at the pressure that is the intrapulmonary pressure. The intrapulmonary pressure is found where? Intrapulmonary pressure. You shouldn't. Inside the lungs. Fantastic. Inside the lungs. Intrapulmonary pressure. So we are looking at this pressure. The pressure that exists from the lungs, and the intrapleural pressure is the pressure that is found where? In the pleural cavity. So the pressure that exists from the lungs to the pleural cavity is known as the transpulmonary pressure. You have already written it down. The pressure that exists from the lungs, that is inside the lungs, to the pleural cavity. Look at the arrow. This is the lungs. This is the lungs, right? Inside the lungs. So the pressure that goes from the lungs to the space between the parietal pleural and visceral pleural, that is the pleural cavity, is known as the transpulmonary pressure. And we say, mathematically speaking, that pressure is the pressure difference of the intrapulmonary pressure and the what? Intrapleural pressure. So let's solve some mathematics. What is the value of intrapulmonary pressure? What? 760 millimeters of what? Mercury. What is the value of intrapleural pressure? 7 what? 756 millimeters of mercury. So do the mathematics. 760 minus 756. What would it give you? Plus 4. So this tells you that the transpulmonary pressure is a positive pressure, and the normal value is plus 4 millimeters of what? Mercury. Plus 4 millimeters of mercury. Okay, if we want to use the values of this pressure in the respiratory tract, look, in the respiratory tract, the intrapulmonary pressure is what? Is what? 0 millimeters of mercury, right? The intrapleural pressure is what? Minus what? 4 millimeters of mercury. So put that into the formula. You now have 0 millimeters of mercury minus 4 millimeters of mercury, right? Look, 0 millimeters of mercury minus 4 millimeters of, there are 2 minuses. I hope you are not confused. Of course, you are very, very intelligent, so you can't be confused. So 0 millimeters of mercury minus 4 millimeters of mercury will give you what? Plus 4. Because minus cancels out what? Minus. And the answer you get is what? Plus 4 millimeters of what? Mercury. Mercury. Alright. Going forward, the next pressure on our list is the transrespiratory pressure. The transrespiratory pressure. Transrespiratory pressure refers to the pressure difference Transrespiratory pressure refers to the pressure difference of intrapulmonary pressure and atmospheric pressure. Pressure